Hi guys, this is going to be my first video on this channel, and I made it in response to a video that Hyuga Vault made, entitling Hyuga clan versus the Uchiha clan, and who would win. And I literally could not watch his video without being so disgusted that I had to post a comment that was forever long. And I was only 9 minutes and 30 seconds into it when I had to turn off the clearly biased commentary on who would win between the Uchiha clan and the Hyuga clan. Now, here's the thing about it. When you go to compare these two, it's not like the Hyuga clan is just a bunch of pushovers, okay? They are probably the, I would say, second strongest clan in the village before the Uchiha are wiped out. And as a clan in general, I think they were probably the strongest clan in the village after the Uchiha are wiped out. And that's just because Hashirama has died, and there really haven't been heirs to the Senju clan throne, as if the Senju clan's even really continuing on. But there hasn't really been any heirs to it that have been really strong, except for Tsunade, who became a Hokage. So I mean, there's that. But it's not like the Senju is just overtly powerful. Okay, so there's just a I don't know. There's a power gap that increases between the Senju and the rest of the clans of the village. But then once the Uchiha are wiped out for sure, the Byakugan clan, the Hyuga clan, is number one. Now, I'm going to talk about these two clans and comparing their stats and abilities. So for starters, we have the Byakugan. We're going to start with the Hyugas because, I mean, they're probably the easiest. So what does the Byakugan do? It gives you increased field perception that is beyond the normal, okay? It gives you almost 360-degree vision around yourself, including behind you, which you can extend with a chakra emission as part of their Kekkei Genkai. It allows them to release chakra from their Tenketsu, which is basically their chakra receptors along their body and out of their pores, and expand that within a certain range with mastery. So as you train, your chakra will grow, your mastery at the Byakugan will grow, and you're also allowed to expand this chakra field, which is basically like a barrier where you're just emitting chakra, and anything that enters or does not enter that barrier, you will be able to feel and sense and presence. You'll also be able to see within that chakra field. They can also focus their eyes, kind of like a telescope, with X-ray vision to see through objects at increasingly long distances. They are also in their sense of perception, and we gather this a little bit. If somebody can find a way to call it something different, please do, because this may be incorrect. But I also believe that if you are using the Byakugan, time is slower, or perception is slower for you than it is for other people. We see this when Neji is fighting Kidomaru and his summoning spider is cut open and a bunch of spiders are falling around Neji, and Neji is to himself looking, seeing, and swiping each one very slowly. Now, I'm not sure if when in actual reality he's like a bazillion miles an hour, just moving his hands everywhere. Now, I'm not sure if that is the Byakugan ability, or that is just what Kishimoto wanted us to see that Neji is seeing. I'm not really sure if that's really the same thing, or that they just slowed it down so they could show us how awesome Neji really is. Either way, I digress. There's that. Just this ability to, I think, have perception slowage for themselves. They also have the ability to see the Tenketsu, which are chakra points along the chakra network. Now, why this is relevant is because that's what makes them so dangerous. They use what's called the gentle fist, which allows them to use and emit chakra from their tenketsu along their body. But when they do it like precisely, like with their fingers usually, they usually form needle points with their chakra and attack the tenketsu along the body, turning off or increasing the flow of chakra throughout your body, pending on how they strike it. They also have to strike it, and they have to strike it a certain way. Mastery of this type of taijutsu is very, very, very hard to do. It is not easy. In fact, there are only a handful of people that we actually see in the Hyuga clan who have the ability to do this. Obviously, Hizashi and Neji could both do it. We've seen them both do it. In fact, we've seen like one-hit kills from Hizashi, who just killed the intruder that tried to kidnap, I think it was Hinata. I'm not sure if it was Hinabi, but I think it was Hinata. Anyway, just killed him right away, so we can automatically assume that. So with that, we have what's called the 8 trigrams, 64 palms, which is a series of hits along the torso section of the body that turns off the chakra network to the major parts of the body that need it, as well as stopping their chakra flow completely. Also, when you attack tenketsu, certain tenketsus are located near major organs of the body. And since they are located near major organs of the body and they're getting hit as well, those organs are suffering damage. So that is also what makes their attacks very dangerous. They release small but intense bursts of chakra into your body. So while they're attacking the tenketsu, they're affecting the organs nearby. So this means no matter what kind of physical training you do, you cannot build up an immunity to this kind of attack. Because it is just simple. The chakra is invading and it is attacking and damaging anything that it is coming into contact with that the Hyuga user is wanting. With that, also by releasing tenketsu of their body, they can form what is, I do believe, a chakra emission shield, which they rotate very, very fast at high speeds. To which speed, I don't know. I also watched a video where Hyuga Vault claimed it was 750 miles per hour, which would, for a usual human, kill you. There would be no way you could spin at that kind of rate and not die. But I digress. Back to the situation. You know, they can rotate, and this basically is an absolute defense. And the reason why it's necessary is because the Byakugan does have a blind spot located at 2 points, I believe, or 1 point located in between one of the vertebral column, along the vertebral column, in between two of their vertebrae. And so basically, I'm sorry if you hear that cricket. There's a cricket in my room. I have no idea what it's doing. So basically, that's the only real weakness of the Byakugan, which the rotation covers. And that pretty much is the limit to the average Byakugan user. We have seen some other techniques as the 8 trigrams air palm, which allows them to use intense bursts of chakra out of their hands. And then Mountain Destroyer is what I think it's called also, but it literally just destroys like whole rocks and things. It's a very, very powerful air palm out of their blasts, blast of air, whatever it is, chakra air, however they do it. It's very, very, very powerful. And so we also see some new style Hinata's Twin Lion Fist. We also see her do her like little barrier like chakra cutting, swiping thing against the bee lady, and just some different variations of and uses of the Byakugan and the release of Tenketsu. So I'll probably have to do more than one video of this, guys, so I'm going to do a video after this one, but that pretty much sums it up for the Hyuga clan. I mean, they are incredibly well versed in you know, their taijutsu, and don't get me wrong, basically the expansion of chakra around their body is giving them omnipresence. Okay, the Byakugan is nothing to sniff at. It's one of the most dangerous dojutsus of the three. I mean, obviously the other two are in their own leagues above it, but in its own way, that dojutsu is just absolutely busted. There are, I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's really crazy when you stop and think about all of what it can do. But the question will be, can it stand against the Sharingan and the Uchiha clan? So I'm going to do another video talking about the Uchiha clan and their abilities, and how to really determine whether or not they would win, although I don't think this is really a contest. I think we all know where this is going to go. That the Uchiha clan is probably going to win. And I'm not biased against the Uchiha, it's just that there's going to be overwhelming evidence against the Hyuga. And I'll get into that when I get there. So, till next time, guys, laters.